Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Next Goal Wins, and we are back to an all too familiar storyline. Leicester City outclass opponent to go back to the top of a Premier League. I mean, what a fantastic performance this was from every single player on that pitch. I mean, I'll get to my player ratings later, but everyone on the pitch in this game was just phenomenal. Everyone from Schmeichel forward to Vardy, everyone had a brilliant game, and it reminded me so much of that Newcastle game a few weeks ago away, where we were phenomenal, played them out of the park on every single area of the pitch, unbeaten in 11 league games away in the Premier League now. Mahrez scores our first Premier League hat-trick in 15 years. All is perfect in the world of a Leicester City fan. Now, Vardy's record ended today, but as I said to my dad while I was watching it, it couldn't have ended in a better result. I mean, to end in a 3-0 win when one of the other players gets a hat-trick, I mean, that's the dream for it to end. You don't want it to end in a loss or in a draw. You want it to end in a game like that where you've got something kind of out of the game to look positively on. Vardy won't care. He'll be disappointed, I'm sure. He had a chance early on when he went through on goal, 1-on-1, when we went 1-0 up. He had a chance and he kind of rushed it. He's shown so much composure so far this season, but rushed this one chance. Should have scored, really. He had a few other kind of half chances, but I think more importantly for him, he knows the team won. When the third goal, he got the ball, he could have turned and shot, he played it to Riyad, he knew what the best option was, and we scored, and we won 3-0. And he won't care now because the pressure's off him a bit. Paul Merson on Sky Sports said, oh, you know, if he doesn't score in a few now, and I just thought, oh, piss off, Paul. He scored in 11 in a row, an unbelievable feat, so he's allowed one day off, and the day off is when another man picks up where Jamie left off. Riyad Mahrez, the most naturally gifted player I've ever seen in a Leicester City shirt in my years. My dad, who's obviously older than me, the best he's seen technically on the ball since Frank Worthington. So, I mean, we're talking in esteemed company for this young man. He's unbelievably talented. There was one moment in the second half where he rinsed every single player on the Swansea pitch, knocked it one way around Key, ran the other way and drew a foul, and he's just a phenomenal player. He got his first goal from a set piece. Hold on. No, it is on the sound. You heard that. A set piece. Leicester City scored from a set piece. Unbelievable. It never happens. Ulloa, he's there for moments like this. He went to the near post. Didn't win the header, but kind of put a bit of mayhem in there in the heads of the Swansea defenders. Goes over him. Mahrez kind of bums it into the back of the net. Garry Monk afterwards said handball, and it just wasn't. He can piss off. He deserves to get sacked now just for that comment, giving us no kind of credit when we were so good on the day. But Mahrez puts us 1-0 up, and as I said, Vardy had that chance a few minutes later, and we had a few other chances, but then N'Golo Kanté picks the ball up in midfield down the left-hand side. Mahrez makes a run on the right-hand side, and he's just slightly offside while the ball's played by Kanté. The linesman doesn't put his flag up though. Mahrez absolutely kills the ball, stone dead out the air. Little kind of touch, finish into the far corner, 2-0. Unbelievably good goal again, and Mahrez wheels away, and at this point you're thinking, Jesus, we're an absolutely sensational football team. We had another few chances in the first half where we really could have put the game to bed. It could have been 3, 4, 5-0 at half time, and I don't think any Swansea fan would have been able to complain about it because we were that good on the day. But going into the second half, the first 10 minutes we looked shaky, we looked really shaky. Swansea were pressurising us, did a lot right. They had crosses coming in. Key hit the post from a free kick Fuchs gave away in that bottom corner. Key hits the crossbar with a header. Sigurdsson then hits the post a while later in the game. And they had a few chances in the second half. Montero came on at half time for them, and he was a real key in that second half, early kind of chances that Swansea managed to create. But we then settled back into the game. We had a few chances of our own where Vardy could have scored again. Ulloa had kind of a half chance. Mahrez had another chance where he should have scored, but he did score eventually. The man, N'Golo Kanté, you know how much I love him. He picks the ball up in kind of the middle of the field off a little layoff by Drinkwater, who had a sensational game. Kanté bursts through the middle. I said it when we bought him, that's what he can offer, that pace from midfield. Bursts through. Just before this, he'd played a terrible ball into Vardy when Vardy was through to score. And this time though, plays the ball into Vardy. Vardy turns on swivel, points it out to Riyad Mahrez, who's run the length of the pitch, blasts it with his weak foot, right foot into the bottom corner, 3-0 up. We play out the rest of the game really kind of convincingly. Didn't look like we were going to concede too many. Gomi had a chance where Schmeichel saved, but at the end of the day, you're going to concede chances against teams in the Premier League, but we didn't concede enough to cause any problems. We went on to win the game 3-0, and it's just an unbelievable position to be in. To think we're on 32 points in the Premier League. We're 22 points clear of the relegation zone, for anyone who's still looking at that. We're 8 points clear of Europe, of Tottenham. We're, I think, 9 points or 10 points clear of West Ham, who are outside of Europe. So it's just phenomenal. 2 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. It's an amazing achievement what this team are doing. It's amazing from Ranieri that he's made this team this good and this consistent. And I mean, the structural integrity of the team when we defend is brilliant. Swansea weren't great today, especially in the first half. They were poor. But you can only beat the team who's put in front of you, and we were fantastic from start to finish once again. For my player ratings now, let's go through them then. Kasper Schmeichel in goal gets an 8, did nothing wrong. His distribution was good, saved the only shot he really had to deal with. Had another kind of one from Sigurdsson on his left foot, or Montero, I can't remember who it was, but he saved. Danny Simpson at right back, he gets an 8 for me. Simo's come into the team. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy about him even getting into the team. A lot of people weren't happy about it. I'll hold my hands up. At the time, I wasn't. But he's come in and done an absolutely brilliant job since he's come in. He was poor last season, but this season, he's a real key cog in this team. So an 8 for him. It's a 7 for the other back three, straight across the board. Fuchs could have got a higher rating, but he gave away a few too many fouls in kind of his corner on his side at the start of the second half. Morgan and Wes were Morgan and Hoof, were so solid again. So 7s for them. The midfield had an excellent day at the office for me today. On the start of the left-hand side, Mark Albright gets a 7. Didn't really make as much impact as the other players I'm about to talk about, so it's a 7 for him. Now for my 3 men of the match, it's Danny Drinkwater and N'Golo Kante, both from the central midfield. Both of them get 9 ratings for me. Now, N'Golo Kante was absolutely phenomenal today. He breaks up a play. I mean, I can't talk about him, and superlatives can't do him justice how good this player is. And people have talked about Danny Drinkwater this season, and this game, more than any other game for me, he's really justified that talk. He was absolutely phenomenal today. I say to people, I think Drinkwater plays well when I don't have to mention him. When I don't talk about him for the whole game, I know he's played well. And today I didn't mention him the whole way through, and that just shows he was so consistent. Everything he did was right, and he was absolutely faultless today. I expect it from Conte. I don't necessarily from Drinkwater. And Drinkwater's progression under Ranieri is phenomenal. He's a real Premier League proven central midfielder now, and Conte alongside him is the perfect partner in crime. I'm going to leave the right midfielder, who some of you might know, till the end of this. Up front, I'm going to give Ulloa and Vardy both 7. They both played really well. Ulloa had a chance he missed. Vardy had a few chances he missed, but Ulloa's kind of hold-up play and link-up play today was excellent, far superior than it has been in other games, and Vardy's such a pest, but you have to give him a high rating because he's such a talented footballer, and not necessarily talented in terms of scoring goals every week, which he has been doing, but talented in how much he runs for the ball and how much he wants to win, and his desire to succeed is unprecedented by anyone else. Get into this last player on the pitch now. I'll link a description to this. A few weeks back, I gave N'Golo Kante a 10 out of 10, the highest rating anyone can get, and someone else matched it today. It's Riyad Mahrez, a 10 out of 10 performance. Yes, he missed kind of a chance of one-on-one where he could have done better, but apart from that, he was absolutely faultless, and he's just a joy to watch. I know a few of us will talk about him with Messi and people who don't watch it will go, oh, ridiculous Messi comparison, but in terms of how important and what he does for this Leicester team, he is up there with Messi because it is the way he glides past players, and the natural ability and skill he has is just unprecedented and phenomenal. He is a world-class footballer, and that's not me saying that from a biased point of view. He's a world-class footballer. Everything he does is stupendous when he's in this form. When he's bad, he's dreadful. When he's good, he's a world beater. Today he was good. Today he beat a different country, technically in Wales, in Swansea. He was a world beater today. He was at peak form. Long may it continue. Long may this continue. Leicester being top of the league. We're top again. Please, everyone, enjoy your Saturday night, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your Monday, enjoy your week. We're top of the league. Soak it in. Don't care what all these Arsenal fans put on Twitter. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're really top. You're just a little team. Let them have their little hissy fit. We know who's top. 32 points keeps you top of the Premier League. Usually 69 points gets you Champions League football. 37 points away from that now with a considerable amount of games to go. Can we do it? Who knows? But we can't get any better than we are at the moment. Some people say we'd take 6 points from these 6 games coming up. We've already got 4 of them. 1 more win gets us to 7. Surely that's achievable now. What a football team this is. Ranieri does everything right. Everyone's done everything right. Enjoy your day. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the game. Please like the video as always, and please subscribe. Come on you foxes, we're top of the league.